Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. It's the EAC Show.
Yeah, that's facts.
Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon.
And I am Marcus Mack, and this is the EAC Show coming to you from sunny South Florida with episode 84. Emilio, how you feeling today, man?
I'm good, Marcus Mack. Marcus, I just watched the thriller between the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks. It went down to the last second. It was a tie game. There was a foul with no time left. Jimmy Butler took 2 free throws with nobody on the court, just him by himself, and he made the 2 free throws. It was crazy.
Yeah. I'm definitely shooting for the
NBA right now. I don't know what to tell you right now, Marcus.
Listen, man, I'm definitely shooting for the Bucks, but yo, the Miami Heat is giving them a hell of a fight, man. They doing their thing, man.
They up 2-0 right now in the series. That Utah versus Denver series was nutty. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Big shout out to Murray and them boys over there, man. Congratulations to them.
Yo, fam, did you see the memes of Murray that the reason why he really wanted to win was to be able to get his girlfriend in the bubble?
Nah.
Yo, that's messed up, man. Social media is so ruthless. For those that don't know, you listen to the EAC show, either on the podcast platforms or on YouTube, you can go check out what Jamaal Murray's girlfriend can do. She puts in some work. For real. Just Google Jamaal Murray's girlfriend. That's all you got to do, and you'll be able to see it. But I know he's happy that she's in the bubble. Not for nothing, Marcus Mack. But Marcus, though, look, just so excited to be able to doing episode 84 right now. We got a couple topics to cover, some football stuff as well, Marcus Mack, on today's show.
Yeah, heavy on the NFL. I don't think we really was able to cover anything football since XFL was cool.
I mean, a little sprinkle here and there, but not too much, Marcus Mack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a little here and there, not a lot. But, yeah, we're about to do some covering because we're less than 2 weeks away from the NFL taking off, you know?
Right. It's time to go. So are we going to start off with this Jacksonville dump and this Tampa Bay pickup by Leonard Fournette?
Great way to put it.
He's been trying to get out of Jacksonville for a while, man. And for him to go from Jacksonville, not too far, maybe about 2 hours over to Tampa, and he's rocking over there with Tom Brady, I think that's a hell of a move. What you think about it?
Let me explain something to you. You literally could not shit something out and come out clean on the other side like Leonard Fournette just came out clean. Seriously, like I'm being dead serious. Like for Leonard Fournette to get cut by the Jaguars, first of all, getting cut sucks. It sucks. You're like, the team is giving up on you. They drafted you. They wanted you to be the face of the franchise and take over and be the lead running back. And you know what? He gets cut and he's like, damn, I got cut. And then he's like, oh, well, I'm playing with Tom motherfucking Brady. Like, let's go. Like, you go from literally from the bottom to the top of the top. Because it's just right now, everybody in Tampa, that shit is turning into like everybody playing on the Miami Heat back in the days. Like, oh, LeBron comes here, Wade is here, and Bosh is here. Now all of a sudden, everybody just literally gravitating towards Tampa Bay, and you got, you know, Gronkowski and Tom Brady, and you know, you got so many people that's literally just sitting there saying, "No, I'm gonna go to Tampa and I'm gonna play in Tampa."
I mean, who wouldn't want to go to Tampa? I mean, when we was talking about this, man, especially with the Cam Newton situation, right now, the Cam Newton situation is just so crazy with him going to New England. Then he got the situation with his baby mother. Oh, my God, there's so much going on in football right now. Like, it's just starting off spicy. But who wouldn't want to be in either Tampa Bay? Because that's like the come up story. People want to see what Tampa Bay is going to do with Tom Brady out there, but people also want to see what New England is going to do with Cam Newton over there, fresh. We're talking about a chemistry that's been set in place for years with Tom Brady. Tom Brady shooting out to Tampa Bay, and now they got to switch up their whole equilibrium for Cam Newton. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think those two stories right there, I would love to see those blossom out for the season.
Oh, without question. Cam Newton, I mean, he's already been praised by Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick already went on the podcast, basically explaining on the show, basically explaining that Cam is the type of quarterback that works on stuff that he's really not good at, and Cam works. Like, he's there. He's the first one there. He's the last one to leave. So Cam is really, really putting in that work, Marcus Mack. So in all actuality, it's exciting. It's refreshing to see something new up in New England. It's almost like a challenge for Bill Belichick to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm getting this player, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to make him great. If he long as he follows my lead, he's going to end up becoming great. That's a good thing for Cam Newton if you really think about it, Marcus Mack. Because if he balls this year, all they got to do is take care of him like they took care of Tom Brady every year, and Cam Newton doesn't have to go nowhere else but Boston.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to nourish him, man. But getting back to the to Leonard Fournette, I mean, what's his deal over there right now with Tampa Bay?
That is a great question, Marcus Mack. I'm not 100% sure because the news just came out today on what he ended up getting. I didn't look and see exactly what it was, but Fournette has been paid. He's well off. So I don't know whether he took a veterans deal just to get a little quick 1-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and raise up his stock value for next year, whatever it may be. But people are going to take flyers on Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is one of the top running backs in the NFL as long as he can stay healthy. So, and not having those types of receivers that they have in Tampa Bay and Gronkowski and a Hall of Fame quarterback, probably the greatest of all time, and Tom Brady, is just going to make things a lot easier. You can't really load up the box because if you load up the box, then they could throw it out to the receivers or they could hit Gronk. So, in all actuality, this is like paradise for Leonard Fournette. Fournette don't have to worry about, hey, I got so many people on defense trying to tackle me. They have to worry about all the other weapons that we have, which will make things easier for him. So Leonard Fournette is happy than a you-know-what with a bag of you-know-what, honestly,
right.
Real talk.
Right. How you feel about the line over there, though, in Tampa?
No, they'll be fine. I mean, they just signed A.J. Shipley. Shout out to A.J. Shipley as well. He ended up signing a free agent deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. So that will strengthen the line. I think that I'm more worried about Tom Brady learning the coach's playbook because Bruce Arians' playbook is extremely, extremely difficult. So I feel like I'm more worried about that happening. Do I have confidence that Tom could do it? Yes, I have confidence that he could do it. But I do think it's going to take a little bit of time without even having a preseason and not having any preseason games to go through. You're literally late. Week 1, we're getting at it. We're going, full blast, 100%. So that's the only thing I would sit there and worry about.
Like how many years was Tom Brady in New England? We talking about like 14 years. Like he was there for a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, you really don't know anything else other than that system, Like
like Bill Belichick, New England's offense. Like this is what we know. Even his other comrades over there, his other players, his teammates over there. That's what they know. And I'm only drawing reference to the Tom Brady coming from New England going to Tampa Bay because now with Fournette going over there to Tampa, it's adding another gun, but it's the chemistry that has to be created, and with such powerful players. You know what I'm saying? With such powerful players with their own style, for those two teams to have to now come in and form around that is gonna be a fight.
Absolutely, Marcus. Listen to me. Let me explain something to you. All those guys got to end up doing is figure out a way to win football games. Because if you figure out a way to win football games, no matter how you do it, by 1, by 15, by 14, by 21, everything is better. Sex is better. The house is better. The airplane ride is better. Like, when you win games, everything, the environment, everything in the clubhouse and the locker room, it's just better. Everything is uplifting. When you lose, you can forget it. No one wants to talk to you. Don't say nothing to me.
If you lose, you just go home, limp noodle, babe. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Leave me alone.
Right now, all NFL got to worry about is winning games and staying corona free.
Listen,
that's all.
I've had plenty of conversations, Marcus Mack, and this is true story. Plenty of conversations where I'm sitting here and I'm gambling, and maybe I win or maybe I lose, right? And let's just use the instance where I lose. I lose the instance where I lose, and I lose money on the team that lost, right? I lost money on the team that lost, but that person actually lost. You understand? Like, they lost the game. Like Cam Newton losing a Super Bowl. He lost the Super Bowl. There's nothing that his significant other can say or do to change how he feels. She will try. Don't get it twisted. But she will not be able to do anything.
Yeah, no, there's no wound licking. There's nothing at all. You just got to sit there and let it marinate until you get over it, till you get back on that field and get your point across.
I've had multiple conversations about it. What do they say? Oh, we love you. We still love you. You still number one. You still the best. You still this. You still that. He not thinking about any of that at that moment.
Yo, just imagine what the conversation is like. Your wife really got to be so careful about what she says. Be like, no, baby, you're not a loser per se.
you're the second. You're the second first place
the
guy.
Second winner. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yes, Marcus. Yo, Marcus, I know we didn't discuss any of this, and this just came across my feed. I want to give a shout out to Therock, obviously, for not only just bringing back the XFL, him and Danny Garcia. Shout out to his partner as well, Danny Garcia. But we want to send my thoughts and my prayers to him and his family. It was just recently said that he tested positive for the coronavirus, him and his family. Please rest up. Make sure you're all safe. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're 100% excited for everything that you have going on in the future, and we do not want anything to stop the momentum that you are creating with this new brand of the XFL, because it's extremely, extremely exciting for what's coming forward. I actually had somebody DM us on the EAC show asking me for information on when they could try out for the XFL. Like, I work for the XFL. Shout out to the XFL, because if you want me to do that for you guys, I'm more than willing to inform anybody that needs to be informed on when tryouts are.
I mean, listen, just for the record, here at the EAC show, we will be more than happy to do coverage, media coverage for the XFL. That's a bit of a reach, but I'll tell you what, one thing for sure. Once the season starts for the XFL, you are going to get coverage from the XFL.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, Marcus Mack? We could call it guerrilla coverage. So XFL, I'm going to tell you right now, you could bring us on board or you don't bring us on board. We're still going to do it regardless. So which way, one or the other?
Y'all definitely gonna get that phone call. If y'all don't hear from anybody at all, y'all will hear from Marcus Mack or Emilio Colon about at least get us in there, man. Just get us in there. I swear we'll stay 6 feet away from everybody. I swear.
Our thoughts and prayers to Therock. I also saw that they officially made the word jabroni in the dictionary on dictionary.com, and we all know that Therock made that famous. So
right. Right.
So Marcus, back. Give me the next topic for the EAC show, Marcus.
Well, I mean, we're gonna keep it on the coronavirus and NFL. Did you hear the comment? He happened to clear it up. The QB, the Vikings QB, Kirk Cousins, said, "Listen, man, if I die, I die. Put me on that field."
Marcus, when I heard this, right, it reminded me of Ivan Drago in Rocky IV. When Ivan killed Apollo and he was like, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Listen, I know what Kirk Cousins meant by this. People are blowing this out of proportion. He's just saying, look, you know what? I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. If it takes me, it takes me. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Let's get this going. Let's get back to reality. That's the way he was thinking out of it. But nowadays, in today's society, you got to be extremely careful about what you say. Like, you have to be extremely careful about what you post. You got to make sure that it's not insensitive to certain demographics. And if it is insensitive to certain demographics, then that's the route that you're going to go, and that's the lane that you have to stay in.
And definitely. You got to stay in that lane. Feel what I'm saying? I think we talked about this before, and I think it's very imperative for people who have any form of influence, that they understand how important it is to watch what they say, on these platforms, man. You step on a podium and you speak, and there's hundreds of thousands, millions of people listening. It's like every single thing you say, people are going to nitpick and they're going to figure it out. And in the time right now, coronavirus, if you die, you die. Bro, what are you talking about? Don't say that. What's wrong with you?
I didn't have a problem with it. I don't know how you feel. I didn't have a problem because I know what he meant by what he said. If I die, I die. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I just want to get out there and play. Just forget all that. Forget all the politics. Just get me on that field. Get me that foot long, and let's rock out. Pause.
See, he has to. I mean, it's tough because he's the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. He's the face of the Minnesota Vikings. So.
Wait, real quick before you finish. I don't mean to interrupt you. For anybody who don't know what I meant by the foot long thing, because a football is a foot long pigskin. I'm sorry. Pause. Excuse me. Go ahead.
So listen, back to what I was saying earlier, Mark. He's the face of the franchise. He's the quarterback. So in all actuality, he could be just shooting the shit and just having a basic conversation on the show or podcast, and somebody asks him a question, and he's being very upfront. But then, you know what, that rawness, that upfront, that organic, he has to backtrack from it because of who he is. You understand? So I'm pretty sure he still believes in, yo, if I die, I die. But he has to sit there and say, look, if I offended anybody, I apologize for being insensitive and da-da-da-da-da-da. And in all actuality, if you really think about it, he was just speaking on his own beliefs and what he sees, not in contrary to what happens to somebody else.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, so we're going to go on to this next topic. I think we should do the promo. No?
Promo. Let's bang out the promo so we can keep talking. This part of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, ElCubanoSandwichShop.com. Use the promo code EAC and receive discounts on online pickups or delivery orders. Enjoy a natural pre-workout shot of that Cuban coffee to start your day. Have a nice café con leche or their steak sandwich, which is absolutely immaculate. Once again, use the promo code EAC to save yourself some money when you go over there. That's ElCubanoSandwichShop.com or 954-906-5110. Remember, use the promo code EAC or you're not going to save any money. And shout out to Eric, the owner of El Cubano Sandwich Shop. I had breakfast with him the other day. He's actually opening up a second location very, very, very soon. So extremely happy for him. He's been our sponsor since episode 1 all the way up to episode 84. I think by the time we get to episode 100, we're going to have to renegotiate some of this.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. Crazy thing is I've been missing out on my early morning cafe con leche with my 10-piece croquetas. Yeah. As a fact, I've been missing out on it because from early morning till the time to re-record, I've been like out in Miami somewhere. So I don't know where he's opened up this new location, but I need to get there. Bro.
So
but
let's tackle the next topic.
Yeah, so we're going on to MLB. So we had two members of the New York Yankees suspended. Let's talk about that for a while.
All right, so we had Aroldis Chapman and the manager Aaron Boone suspended, and Kevin Cash was suspended. Now, the Yankees and the Rays go back and forth. And the reason why the Yankees and the Rays go back and forth is because the Yankees and the Rays are two really good teams, Marcus Mack. The Yankees and the Rays are usually fighting for first or second place now that the Red Sox have diminished and they're not really that good. But the Rays are a really good team with no superstars, where you got the Yankees who are a really good team and they have all the damn superstars. So the way it's looking, it's a little bit of back and forth, like a little bit of sour grapes. It seems like the Yankees feel like they were getting hit a little bit too much. So yesterday, Aroldis Chapman, if you could pull up a picture of him, Marcus Mack, and show how jacked he is, please insert it into this part of the video right now, because this kid is like a monster. Like, literally, he looks like a monster right now in comparison to when I remember Aroldis, when I first met him and I first cut his hair not too long ago, Marcus Mack. He's ridiculous. Like, he's nuts. So Aroldis throws 100 and some change and literally takes a fastball. And if you could clip that as well, put that in here, 100 to something miles an hour past the Tampa Bay Rays hitter's head. But it's not about that he threw the pitch by his head. It's when he threw the pitch, he then took 2 steps forward just in case the hitter was going to say something or something was going to pop off. Like, he took steps like, let's do this. And you can see that there was intent behind it. You know what I'm saying? He ended up striking out the batter. Nothing came of it. And then afterwards, there was a little bit back and forth talk or whatever. But in the post game, this is when it really gets, spicy, Marcus Mack. That's the word you like to use, spicy. The manager of the Rays then tells him that it's extremely intentional, that it's bad coaching job, bad by the umpires, bad by the pitchers, Tanaka and Chapman, and that don't worry about it because if they want to play that game, he has a bunch of pitchers on his team that throw 98 miles an hour, and he doesn't have no problem throwing at any Yankees. I was like, yo!
Yeah. I mean, listen, one thing I've learned in the past couple of months about MLB is that these guys are on edge and they ready to go. Baseball players do not fuck off. Excuse me, it's not Friday. But anyway, they do not play games at all. These dudes are ready to fight. They play hard. I never realized how tough a game baseball was.
Let me explain something. You know what baseball reminds me of? Baseball reminds me of that one friend that you have that just wants to pop off on any little thing.
Right.
Any little thing.
Yeah, they be like, on edge.
You could just be chilling on the block, literally chilling on the block, Homie walk around the corner, he look at you, sir. Yo, you want me to fuck him up? Yo, he ain't even do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, me and Emilio as New Yorkers, because we say shit like, yo, you just posted on the block.
I'm being dead serious with Marcus Mack. It's just like, yo, you saw how he was looking at you? Yo, he wasn't even looking at me. He was over there. Like, what you trying? No. I think he was looking at you. I think we should go beat him up. Like, yo, relax, yo.
Yeah, that's a fact. I remember I was talking to Sean Anderson. I remember we was talking about having a ball that heavy coming at your head at 95 miles per hour. Like how dangerous that really is. And yo, listen, man, these guys, when I say they ready to pop off at any time, they just be talking shit to each other. And we always talk about putting the mics on the field. I'm talking about, it gets crazy. I mean, to the point where dudes getting suspended behind shit that they doing and shit that they saying.
Absolutely. And shout out to John Boy Media, because John Boy Media is all over this. He already probably did a breakdown on it, because not only are the Yankees his team, but he does a good job of breaking that hot mic stuff down, which is his expertise in his lane. So if you guys want to check that out, you could go over there and check that out. But the Yankees did end up getting their ass whooped today by the Tampa Bay Rays. So literally, forget all that talk. It's about the actual player in the field. Right.
How the Mets doing right now?
Fuck you. Shout out to the late Tom Seaver. Shout out to the late Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver passed away today.
Definitely.
He was an ace for us, Mr. Met. Died at 75 years old. So shout out to Tom Seaver. But my Mets okay. Don't worry about my team. My team will be all right.
As we talking about the Mets, I guess that will conclude episode 84.
Well, listen, we want you guys to click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Give us a like, comment, follow us on Instagram, please. It helps out with the engagement. I'm Emilio A. Colon. That is Marcus Mack, and we'll check you out episode 85. Appreciate you.
Oh, right. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. It's the EAC Show.
Yeah, that's facts.